Hi, I'm Sterling. You're learning American English with me again. I'm doing a kind of an impromptu video. I did not write all this down in typewritten form on a document, and sometimes I can read the document and talk on screen and it looks very natural, but this time I'm talking from some notes. So if you see me looking to the side, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to talk about the present simple and the present continuous because their use in English is different from their use in Spanish. In English, we use the simple present tense only for talking about the present in terms of doing that action at another time. But in the present, if that confuses you, this example will make it clear. What do you do every day at 6 a.m.? I get up. But if it's 6 a.m. and I ask you at 6 a.m., what are you doing? You would say, I am getting up. This is what you are doing at the moment. It's continuous action. You get up every day at 6 a.m. You got up yesterday at 6 a.m. You get up at 6 a.m. every morning. But you're not referring to what is happening now. You're referring to what happens now at that other time, whether it be in the future or whether it be in the past. I could say, normally I go to bed at 11 p.m. I don't really, I usually stay up later, but that refers to every day. I go to bed at 11 p.m. But if you call me at 11 p.m., you say, what are you doing? I would say, I'm going to bed. Leave me alone. Why are you calling me? We talk in the continuous present about the present. It's always continuous in English when we're talking about the present. In Spanish, it's not. This may be confusing to Spanish speakers because you might ask me, ¿Qué haces? You're using the simple present. You can't ask the question that way in English. The simple present version of that question in English should be, what do you do? That's not the same question. What do you do would be asking me, what is my job? What is my profession? That is not referring to what I am doing at this moment. So I would answer in the present continuous. I am eating, I am writing, I am studying. But if I say, I eat, I write, I study, I'm talking about what I do in the present at other times. So the emphasis in English, when we're talking about the present, the emphasis is in present continuous. We talk about what is happening now. For example, if someone knocks at the door, in Spanish, you would say, Boy, that's simple present. But we would not answer in simple present in English. We would not say, I come. You would say, I'm coming. And by the way, it's come, not go in English, because in English, when someone knocks at the door, when you give them an answer, you're speaking from the perspective of the person at the door. I'm coming to you, not I'm going. So in English, what we're doing now, what we're actually really doing now is continuous. In general, a good summary statement is that there's a lot of emphasis on being continuous when we talk in the present tense. And in general, it's safe to say that if you talk in simple present, you're always referring to something that happens at all times. What happens in the present, but not now, not at this instant, but at all times, tomorrow, yesterday, next week. So let's do some practice exercises about that specifically. Present tense use versus present continuous use. We already did this example. Someone knocks at the door. You say, I'm coming. That's what you're doing at this moment. Another example. Usually when I get home, the first thing I do is make myself a cup of coffee. Why is that not continuous? Because I'm talking about every day. I'm talking about usually every day. The thing I do then is make coffee. It's not continuous. If you call me up when I arrive home, you might ask me, what are you doing? I'm making coffee. That's present continuous because this is what I am doing at that time. Another example. When I call my friend, I ask him what he is doing. When I call my friend, why is that simple present? It's when I call my friend. I could call my friend at any time. I could call my friend many times. I'm using simple present because I'm not talking about what's happening at this moment. I'm talking about when at the moment I call my friend. That's not now. When I call my friend, I ask him again. That's simple present because I'm not asking him now at this moment. I'm telling you what happens at the moment when I call him. And I am not calling him now. I am giving you a statement about what I ask him when I call him. What do I ask him? What is he doing? You see, when I call him, I want to know, what is your continuous action at this moment? What are you doing? I have more examples, and I don't want to make the video too long. I'll put examples somewhere else. In a similar way, we can talk about how present continuous is also often used conversationally to mean future tense in English. Now, this should not be confusing because in Spanish, you use simple present to talk about the future tense all the time. It's the same idea, but you have to remember that in English, we're always thinking in a continuous tense, a continuous sense when we're talking about the present right now. If that sounds hard to understand, some examples might make it easy. We'll go back to the same example in Spanish. ¿Qué haces mañana? Voy para ir de compras. ¿Qué haces mañana? You would interpret in English in the continuous sense. What are you doing tomorrow? In Spanish, you use the simple present to represent the future. ¿Qué haces mañana? In English, you would use the present continuous to talk about tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow? Equally natural in English is the use of the present continuous. What are you doing tomorrow? I'm going shopping. Present continuous appeared in both the question and the answer. What are you doing tomorrow? I am going shopping. Both of those things are in present continuous, but you know I'm talking about the future. Just like you would use present simple in Spanish, and the listener would know you're talking about the future. You're not going shopping at this moment, but it is what you would be doing tomorrow. Same idea in Spanish. So you never use the present simple in English except when you're referring to the present that's happening at other times. And you never use the present simple to represent the future as you do in Spanish. You don't do that in English. You only use the present continuous to talk about the future in a future manner. However, there are two other forms of the future, will and going to, which are equally valid and more formally correct future tense uses. And I could give you some exercises here, but again, this video is just getting too long. And I think we will do the exercises in comment section or another video. I don't know, but 10, 11 minutes. I know many of my videos go over 10 or 11 minutes. And then they get really old, and I'm not sure that people are listening through to the end. So that's pretty much my summary for the moment of present continuous being used to talk about now, and present continuous being used to talk about the future, and the fact that simple present only talks about what's happening in the present at some other time, not right now. That's it for now. Thank you for listening. If you have questions, send them to me, send them in a comment, send them to join the WhatsApp group, join the Facebook group. I have both. I have to add you to the WhatsApp group. You would have to ask me. I'll add you to the WhatsApp group. Feel free to join my Facebook group, and you can ask any questions there. You can make any comments. You can make social comments, but don't make them about politics or anything personal. Okay. Okay. All right. That's enough for this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one really, really soon. Thanks and goodbye.